Welcome everyone. We are excited to introduce EVENTURE, a platform that transforms how we manage and enjoy events. It simplifies the entire process, making it easier for both event organizers and attendees. Let's talk about the common struggle in event management. First, manual process like paper tickets, long lines, and manual record keeping can be frustrating. Second one, ticket handling can get chaotic, making the process inefficient. Finally, coordination between organizers, vendors, and attendees often lack proper communication, leading to unnecessary complications. Eventure is to solve these issues. We aim to simplify the process by eliminating paper tickets, streamline it with a seamless, eco-friendly solution, and succeed by offering a platform where users can easily book, manage, and enjoy events. Eventually comes packed with some really cool features. Easy ticket booking, so users can get their tickets online in just few clicks. An event dashboard where user can purchase and manage ticket and even create and publish their own events. Secure payments thanks to pay here integration ensure a smooth transaction. Real-time updates users will receive instant notification and confirmations, keeping the informed every step of the way.
Let's start our demo session. This is landing page of our system. We started to get started page. We use Asgardio as our authentication. Here we can simply sign in with enter email and password or with Google sign in. Now I sign in with Google. This is the user dashboard. In here, first we create the event. In you can you can see here there is nothing even currently. We can create event from here. First, we can enter event name. When enter name as Varamansala, you can here uh, events like generate automatically, and here display as token. This happened because this event has already in our database. So here I enter uh, another different event. We can select event date from here and time also. We can select location and we can enter available tickets and ticket prices. Um, in here we can enter description about our event. Mm, from here we can choose image about our event. Mm, by clicking create event, we can create in the our event. Mm, After creating the event, the user can see event details here. By clicking these, um, by clicking here, uh, can view detailed about the about event we added. Here we can edit our event data. Here I change the available ticket amount. Click update event. Um, Now you can see our available ticket amount are updated successfully. By clicking this event URL, we can go to the user can go to the buy ticket. Um, in this page, user can see event name, location, and date and time. And user can also see remaining uh, date, uh, days and time. Um, Now we go to the buy tickets. Here we can select payment method as card or cash. First, I select payment method as the card. Um, we using pay here for card payments. For now, I am don't show how it's work. Um, Now I select cash as payment method and click check event, checkout. Um, Here you can see your payment is pending. Now I am in the dashboard. From in here we can select our events. Mm, this is the details according to our selected event. Mm, Now I am going to activate ticket. Here you can see uh, show status is as not paid. Um, by clicking activate ticket, we can activate our ticket. Here you can see status is update as paid. Um, Here you can see our user has received email uh, about his ticket details. Um, After activating ticket, user can download ticket from this page. Um, Now user can see their ticket QR code with scanning this QR code from our system. The organizer can scan um, that QR code from our system. Mm, for now, I can't show how scanning because I use camera for uh, recording. Mm, when we back to the dashboard, um, the user can see uh, data about their created events. Mm, Now I move to the participant page. Here, here you can see participant views. Mm, By clicking mark as arrived, uh, update attendance update as arrived, and can select replacement as collected, and we can hide um, refreshment and other anything from here.
Okay, so in terms of our code inside, we have first of all these two folders, client folder and server folder. So in the client folder, we have our front-end code or the client code, and in the server file, we have our server code or the backend code. So when we talk about the client side, we choose Next.js and with server React Server components, and for stylings, we use Tailwind CSS incorporated with Shadsi and UI. And moreover that, for use authentications, we used actually AWS tools on Asgardio. So this is where we handle in that authentication stuff. We are actually using Asgardio as a provider for Nextauth, which is we figured it would be much easier to use that. So in here, first of all, we are having this JWT callback. So in that area, if user is a sign and sign up, we are basically like if he's like it is the first time he's registering, we are actually like saving the user to our database. So we actually have had to include a trigger for signing too, because for some reasons when users are signed in using Google accounts, it is still, even though it is their first time, it is still triggering as a sign-in event. So we are handling the like those situations in our backend. So we are just doing these both trigger. We are like adding users to both these trigger events. So and then here on the session callback, we are actually signing our own self-signed JWT. So to verify whether the user is like who they are actually, and like to or basically for authentication and authorization parts on our backend part. So most of the parts are that's it. Like it is a Next.js application, so it has all those server components and like the newest user action states and whatnots. But we are here to talk about Ballerina. So without much ado, let's talk about Ballerina. So the Ballerina code is in actually our server file. So we have actually two main files, types.bal is for our types, and then main.bal is our actually our configs and our servers. So in here we have actually three services. One is our this is our root one, like it's not much. And then we have our user service. So this is basically for like to authorize a user and to authenticate a user, and also for us to like test some functionalities too. And then we have our, let me see, here we have our events service. So this is the like the main service. So this is the one responsibility for handling all those events, like giving those events and editing new events, and like doing all those analytical stuff too. Like all those is done by this service. And then we have our below we should have our the service. Yeah, let me go. Yeah, here bank account size. So this is essentially for the managing users bank account stuff, because we are allowing them to like we are allowing them to get paid by card online payments too. So we have to like credit those back to their account. So this is the service that handles all of them. So the most interesting part is actually the service, like the event service. So let's talk like about that. So before like discussing too much about coding details, we are using as our dependencies. First of all, we are using our Ballerina X on PostgreSQL dependency. So because we are using a Postgres database, and actually it is a hosted one, we are hosting it from Superbase, but we are not using any other like Superbase related stuff. We are just using that as a Postgres hosting service. So and then we are using we are using AWS S3 service to store images and other files as we may need. Currently, mainly we are using the AWS S3 ones. So, and in here we have our host and port and our all those secrets. So don't worry, I'll be regenerating these most of these secrets after the submissions. And then, right, let's talk about our like the main functions in here. So if I fold all this, first we have our auth service, and here this is our init function. Basically, this is where we are connecting to our super like the hosted version of our PostgreSQL. And then this is to like this is just to like an example like how would be a like no authentication endpoint would be. And this is how we are like checking whether like this is like checking whether the author is there or not, and like whether there is a valid JWT. And the next part is our register function. So as I told you, we have like we are saving the users to our database. So we are getting the details from the Next.js, and we are actually here doing a insert to our database. So as I told you earlier, like we are actually triggering these both for sign in and sign up events. So there might be like when a user sign in again and again, we are trying to insert into users, right? So that is why we have this on conflict do nothing thing. So if there is an conflict, it would be like this won't try to like force insert it. So we would be safe from like duplicating our user records. And then we have this to upload images, and also there will be another one in the events one too. So in here we are actually using HTTP service config to like basically handle calls. And then again this function needs to initialize our database, and this would be just the like the home page of the our API. And then this should return all of our event details, and this is for adding the data, and in here you can see we are actually checking for authorizations. So if I check this, like we are actually getting the created by field from the JWT. So we are using that in here. We are using let me, yeah, in here we are using a validator config with our issue our self and JWT config and with our sign secret. And in here we are actually authenticating that, and after authenticating we are actually we decrypt that payload, and from the payload we get the created by, or basically the user's ID, because in that way a malicious user can't like send another one's user ID, because we are actually like not getting from a post request or from a body or like a parameter. We are getting that from a JWT, so it would be much safer and much more reliable. So, and then here how we like uploading our file. So you can see we are actually using our Amazon S3 client we created earlier, and then we are actually creating the our AWS bucket to key and file index. So AWS bucket is a configurable thing, or basically, and this is a like environment variable. So yeah, that's it in the that function, and then there are like we are then inserting that to our events table and whatnot. And this is the function we are checking the like, as my friend told you, like we are checking when a new user creating an event, we are checking whether the slug is already available or already it is in the database or not. So this is how we are doing that. So actually in here we are actually like not firing this API every time user type in. We actually do let me show you. So in here you can see we are using actually use callback with the use debound so with the 2000 millisecond delay. So we are like we don't like fire away request like every time user typing. We have a this debound so to manage those too, so our resources won't be like won't go to wasteful, right? So and then here is how we get in the that uses events. So the organizer, like we should only give the events of that user. So this is how we are doing it. Again, we are using a JWT token to filter those two. And here is how we get the details of an event. And like basically like these are the functions, like I'm not going like there are a lot of them. So I'll show an interesting one. Now this is an like a huge SQL query. This is how we like do those like show the dashboard stuff, like those analytical parts, like how much has sell from the past and all those from this part. So like since we are working with Ballerina, so it is fast and it can handle multiple requests at a time. And so doing this wouldn't be much of an issue. Like with Ballerina's structure, it wasn't much like a hard thing to do. So yeah, basically this is how we are doing it. And since this is like fail first approach, like we are doing the all of the error handling in every step away. So you can see we are doing this, and we are using checkpoint calls to like see if there is, and like it is basically like fully error safe code. So yeah, that's our project, and we'll add our config and the environment variables to our like temporarily to our readme file, so you can use that to get started with the project. So yeah, that's it.